Hello, LBHVAC. My name is Christina. I'm with Casey Phoenix SEO. Told you I'd get you this video over with some free tips on how to get your website and your company above your competition. So we're going to talk about three things today: content, citations, and backlinks. Jumping right into it, content has to do with the words that are on your page, pictures, how they're saved, as far as the words, making sure they're saved as keywords, which are how people search for your services in the area. And when I go through your front page, you're currently sitting at about 300 words. The average site needs 1,000 to 1,500 words in order to be optimized with Google on your homepage. And like I said, you have about 300. When I looked up your competitors, I think you're right. I do think a lot of people probably just do HVAC near me, but I couldn't find a whole lot to do with like the specific suburbs. I do think that people probably are just generally looking up HVAC Chicago, Illinois, and they're just looking here at the map to see what's close to them. You can still rank for Chicago, Illinois, and if you look here, you'll see that the volume of 1,300 people a month are searching for this. So even if you split Chicago up into, like, say 4 and say that you're only doing that southern portion, then you're still looking at least 400 customers a month that you're missing out on by not being ranked at the top of Google. So your number one competitors that I see here, and this is even if you search Tinley Park, which doesn't have a lot of searches, it's like 10 or less a month, is Four Seasons Heating and Air Conditioning. They have a lot of locations here. It looks like they pretty much cover the entire Chicago area. So when I looked up them, they're at the top for Chicago, they're at the top for Tinley Park, they're at the top for even when you break it down into other searches. So if you look at their page, they're definitely sitting at about that 1,000 mark. Even their back page for Tinley Park, if you look here, even their back page for Tinley Park, you look at, that's what's ranking when you search for Tinley Park HVAC, and it has just under 1,000 words with about 960 words. So that would be my first recommendation. You don't want to ever beat anybody by just a little bit. You want to beat them by a lot so that you can rank faster. So I would definitely start above that 1,000 range, maybe about 1,500 to 2,000 words on your homepage, and make sure it's got content built in that has to do with the keyword searches that people are searching. The next thing I want to talk about are citations. So the next visible section when you do any kind of a search for a service you're looking for is the map pack here. And this is where we're going to see the business name, address, and phone number. And in order to get listed on here, you have to have what we call citations. In order to get a citation, you submit your information, that business name, phone number, and address, exactly like you have it in your Google My Business, onto different directories like Yellow Pages, Yelp, City Star, etc. So what you're going to do is use this tool called whitespark.ca. This is something you can go out and get. It costs about $30 to $70 a month, depending on which plan you pick. And you can just plug in your information here, like I did, and it'll show that you have 9 citations, and Four Seasons has 19 citations. So that's where they're beating you out. If you beat them out by quite a bit, you start working on that content on your page so that Google knows where to link it back to. Then just by beating them out with the number of citations, you'll start moving up on that map pack and actually show above Four Seasons. And like I said, you never want to do anything by a little bit. I wouldn't just start with 20 citations. I would beat them by a lot, at least 40, 60, 80 citations. Make sure that you're really blowing them out of the water. The other great thing about this tool is you can actually click to open it up, see where they're listed, and make sure that you're going and get listed in the same place, because if it worked for them, it'll work for you. Last thing I want to talk about are backlinks. So the way that this works is we call it link juice. Basically, site A points to site B. Site A is the link juice that gives site B more authority in Google's eyes. It's kind of like a popularity contest. So the more sites that you have pointing to your site, then the more popular you are, the higher you're going to be on a Google ranking. And on top of that, you want to make sure that the link juice is effective. In order to do that, it has to do specifically with what you are doing. So you want it to be relevant to HVAC. So like maybe a blog post about your favorite air conditioning system that you use and the brand and why. A blog post about that is going to be more relevant to HVAC than, say, a blog post about pizza, because you don't sling pizzas for a living. So you want to make sure it's authoritative and it brings you power to your site, and it has to do with what you do. So this tool I'm going to show you here is called Ahrefs. It costs about $100, $120 a month, depending, again, on which plan you use. ahrefs.com. And this gives a really good breakdown of what your site's doing. So currently you only have 4 referring domains, which is 4 different websites with 5 total backlinks that are coming back to your page. So this is where you're hurting as far as getting ranked. So you got to make sure you get that content in there and then go out and get those backlinks. And even those citations are going to start counting as some of those backlinks for you. When you look at your competitors, Four Seasons, I plugged them in, and I only plugged in Tinley Park to start with. And they have 7 referring domains with 18 backlinks. So you can beat out Tinley Park, but only about 10 people a month are searching for that. So just by beating them in the amount of backlinks, you're going to beat them out pretty quick with Tinley Park. But if you wanted to beat them for that Chicago, with those 1,300 searches, even like I said, even if the South Side's only about 400, then you want to go to look at what their homepage is doing, which is where most people throw most of their backlinks to, and you'll see that they have 609 domains with over 17,000 backlinks. But they have over 25,000 people a month that are coming to their site every month. So, because this is an average number. So, now, it doesn't mean that you literally have 0 traffic, it's just that on average, you don't have enough to show up in this ranking. In closing, it's pretty much the gist of how it works. In closing, you want to have that content, that 1,500 to 2,000 keywords on your home page, citations, making sure you're getting listed in all those different directories, and then link juice, these backlinks that specifically have to do with HVAC. If you have any questions, give me a call. Again, my name is Christina. It's 816-323-4100. You can reach out to me on Facebook. If this is something that's just, you feel like it's way over your head or you don't have time to do it, I'd love to help you out. Thanks for watching my video.